ha 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 ha. Yeah, Tonybucks, temaboxeo, man. Happy Saturday. We gonna let the fans, the people that support boxing, join. We'll give them a little time. Don't see if they want to talk some boxing. Now that Saturday, a lot of people's not working, not getting off work, not tired. They have the rest, got some rest on a Saturday. We'll see. We'll see if y'all want to talk. Boxing going down tonight. What's going on? What's going on? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Y'all see the title? September. Come September, we have a fight, and I'm hoping y'all want to talk boxing, because this is the best fight right now that I'm excited for, and a lot of people, a lot of fans are excited for it as well. So I'm hoping y'all want to talk about it. Uh, who y'all got winning the Canelo versus Crawford fight, and how? Because it's an exciting matchup. Clash of styles, division division jumps. So it's an exciting fight. Curious to see how it's gonna turn out. You know what I'm saying? And this is a fight that that I can talk about every day till it come on. So we here putting in that work, putting in that work. Turkey Al Sheik, handing out some real paper to these fighters, which is cool. They deserve it for our entertainment. And two fighters that put in the work. Uh, Canelo, he's been fighting at the highest level since he was a youngin. He's still in his prime of his career. Some will say getting out of his prime, but right now he's still at his peak since he's still undisputed. The first undisputed at super middleweight went down in history. No one had done it. Not Andre Ward, not the Crusher Kovalev, not Dave Benavidez, not Caleb Plant, not Billy Joe Saunders. None of them. None of them became the first undisputed at super middleweight, and Mexican had to do it. And that Cinnamon Canelo Alvarez. How he did it, well, went after the champs. Dave Benavidez didn't do it. Caleb Plant didn't do it. Billy Joe Saunders didn't do it. They all held the belt at that weight class, but they did not try to unify. So they waited until, yeah, they were waiting for that bag versus Canelo, but they didn't want to take that risk, that chance. Benavidez messed up, failed a drug test, got his belt snatched by the organization, WBC, and the commissions. I believe it was Las Vegas. Lost his opportunity for being young and reckless. It happens. I do think it's BS that Canelo hasn't fought him. I think that's BS. Yes, sir. But us fans, we can't really do anything about it other than shed light on it by saying, making videos, crying about it. But even if we cry about it, don't mean these fighters are gonna do what we want. They should a lot of times, because we're the ones that, fans are the ones that go to the fights, pay for pay-per-views. But they're saying, well, at least Turkey Al Sheik is saying in the zone it's gonna be eliminating pay-per-view, when in the beginning that's what it was all about. No pay-per-view, whatnot. And they continue to do pay-per-view. But now they're saying it again. The head honcho, the money man, Turkey Al Sheik, is saying that he's gonna eliminate that pay-per-view model. Will he? Who knows? We'll see. Regardless, it'll be good for boxing. The man has money, so he don't need the money. Even though, he is investing in boxing, so in some way he has to be generating profit. But it's Saturday. Where all the fans at, man? That love boxing, that want to see this fight. Y'all come chop it up with your boy. La gente cómo ve esta pelea. ¿Cómo ven esta pelea Canelo contra Crawford? Cerrada, cerca. ¿Quién tiene la ventaja? Pónganlo en los comentarios. De dónde la van a estar viendo, de dónde, quién ganará, cómo ganarán. Let me know. Déjenme saber. A lot of these predictions from these fighters, a lot of times it comes out biased since they're either friends, they know the fighter, and they just speak with their heart. They're not really speaking like truthfully, like what really might go down. And Bud Crawford, the grandpa, they really believe he has a chance. Mayweather was a grandpa too when he beat Canelo, but I remember he was a defensive, a real defensive fighter with good defense, and he somewhat had pop. So the teacher schooled the student, right, in that fight. At this stage, Canelo is a master boxer. A master boxer with a really experienced boxer, not green, and has pop. Has pop. Uh, has upper body movement. He has his own defense too. He might not be the greatest defensive fighter, but he has Canelo has his own way of having defense, which is upper body movement, and someone like Terrence Crawford that does engage, I just see being a bad style for TBC, and I don't see how he can win. I just don't see how he can win. And I think Terrence Terrence Crawford did start to get gassed up by the people, maybe even people in his circle, his fans, to make him uh, believe that he could beat a fighter like Canelo. I mean, they're fighters too, so they have to believe in themselves, and how Crawford says Canelo ain't bigger than him. They're around the same height. But we know what Canelo has done to these taller fighters, these 6'2" fighters that he's fought, man. So imagine what he's gonna do to a same height, smaller smaller weight class guy jumping up. And and like Bud Crawford doesn't like, at least for me, he's not, his resume ain't solid. Yeah, he's beaten some alright champions, but they're like ordinary type champions. Nothing crazy. So it's like, does he really stand a chance? No. For me, and especially since he got a lot of hype after that Earl Spence fight, you would say, "Oh, give the man credit," but I mean, how can I give him credit if a champion got thrown out of his Ferrari and wasn't his best, and then goes to fight Crawford? That ain't fair. I don't think. I mean, yes, he got the win over Spence, but I can't give him that. He does get credit, but he can't get full credit since we don't know how that fight would have been if Spence had never crashed in a Ferrari. I just, to me, that's just suspicious because we don't know if I'm pretty sure Earl Spence was damaged goods by then. Even though he came back and beat some champions, but Ugas wasn't all that. Mario Barrios beat Ugas, and Mario Barrios is a normal ass champion. He's sloppy. He's not really that. He's not nothing crazy. You feel me? Like, he's regular. So Earl Spence beat Ugas, someone he had to beat. And then I forgot who else he beat. Who was the other guy he beat? Ugas. Let me see. We're gonna get to it. What's going on? What's going on? Jump into the conversation. So, and then Spencer was Danny Garcia, and then Ugas, right? Danny Garcia is not all that great either. Danny Garcia never beat anybody of note at welterweight. So it's like, yes, Spence beat some some fighters, former champions, took the belts. Uh, After his crash, but I don't know. You know, someone a healthy prime Crawford was gonna be hard to beat. So I don't know. To me, that just makes me question Bud's resume, man. Since Spence wasn't, I feel he was damaged goods, and it wasn't. I mean, it was fair, but it wasn't fair at the same time since that crash was crazy. I feel it wasn't the same Spence. It is what it is. That's my opinion, and I'm sticking to it. But Crawford, of course, he gets some credit, but I mean, he can't get all the credit since. I mean, I feel like that had something to do with Spence losing to Crawford. I really think that because I don't think Terrence Crawford is all that. Yeah, he became undisputed in two divisions, but I mean, versus who? Versus not so great fighters. So, I mean, you could say what you want to say. You know, Bud Crawford will, after the Canelo fight, you know, that same month, on the 28th, he will turn 38 years old. So, come September, he's pretty much going to be 38 years old. Almost 40-year-old guy, fighter. So, y'all let me know. And real talk, the best fighter that Bud beat was Earl Spence, but we go back to the same thing. Ferrari crashed Spence. You know, and these other guys he became undisputed with. Versus, you feel me? Like, versus the Julius Indongo. Who are these fighters? Who do they beat? Like, come on now. Like, you gotta have better resume than them, man. Jeff Horns of the world. Like, I mean, Jeff Horn robbed Manny Pacquiao, but still booty. So y'all tell me. But y'all will see. Y'all will see come September, my boy. Like, what I was telling y'all is gonna be. Y'all gonna see it for yourselves. And I'll be like, told y'all so that Terrence's resume is not all, wasn't all that. It was just hype. His undisputed runs at, at lightweight was versus like regular champions type thing, man. Like, he didn't really beat a crazy good champion, you know, because there's levels to the champions. And he beat Jeff Horn, you know, to take the WBO strap. And then it wasn't, of course, it wasn't Terrence's fault that Spence got into a crash in a Ferrari, but I mean, still, bad luck. Bad luck for him, and that's what got me not believing in him. Because I mean, it's just the competition. The competition is not there for me. Canelo been knocking ish down, man. So that's why I'm a positive Canelo's gonna come out with the victory. Positive. There's no doubt in my mind that Canelo's gonna win September. Ya ahorita voy a acabar todo. So yeah. Y'all will see. Y'all will see September. Terrence Crawford, the grandpa, soon to be 38-year-old. The little guy. Y'all will see. Y'all see him retreat and only try to box and get on his bike as the Laras of the world, as the Cuban Skulls of the world, and these fighters that don't want to engage and thinking that by running around the ring they're going to accomplish something and try to be a pay-per-view star, superstar like Canelo. That's not how you do it. You gotta beat him. You gotta beat him up. The only one that tried to go toe to toe with Canelo was Golovkin, and we saw how bruised up he would come. He would finish the fights, and even with all that power supposedly Triple G had, didn't do nothing. So what is little old Crawford gonna do? He has no chance. Literally no chance. So for so-called boxing experts, the YouTubers, a lot of the YouTubers really don't know ish about boxing, so a whole lot of time be biasness and really have no certainty in a fighter like Crawford. To me, I already told y'all, like his resume, his wins, his last win to become undisputed, it was just like a fluke. And his turns first undisputed run versus unknown champions, just regular ass champions. Like, I mean, it was a weak run. So, I mean, it is what it is, and y'all will see. What I'm speaking is facts come September. He will be buried in the canvas by a uppercut or a hook by Canelo. I'm telling y'all right now. Telling y'all, and that's how it's gonna be. There's no way Bud Crawford goes 12 versus Canelo unless he pulls off a skull and then tries to win by running around. But I believe Bud is gonna try to go in there and try to exchange somewhat, and we'll get clipped, and then he'll wake up and be like, damn, I was tripping thinking I had a chance. I should have stayed at 54. But I mean, if any fighter from 140, 135, yes, 135 too. We'll be back. lot of fans will be mad, and there will be a lot of excuses. But you can't deny Canelo's greatness. It is what it is. Uh, his marketing style, his style of fighting, just greatness, my boy. Crawford is good at fighting, but lower tier. You know what I'm saying? Smaller fighters. Cause that's why these fighters win, my boy. Like, so someone like Crawford, he 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 thinks just because he rehydrates, pretty big, that's his advantage. A la Spence as well. That's why they were to be so great at these weights, since they will rehydrate pretty heavy and will have a mean advantage versus their smaller rivals. That's how they were able to become successful a lot of times in the weight class. So like Crawford, okay, I rehydrate 170 come fight night at welterweight, something like that, maybe, right? I'm not sure what his weights were on fight night, but it's probably around there, and that's what probably got him thinking like, hey, I rehydrate to X amount of weight on fight night. I can fight a Canelo. I think I can beat him. So so alright, but he's not gonna have rehydration a rehydrated advantage anymore. And to go up against a great like Canelo, no, it's not gonna happen. You're gonna get laid out quick. That's why Spence too. He was the one that was supposed to get the Canelo fight if he got past Crawford and became undisputed, but he don't have it. He lost. He lost versus that Ferrari. So, and I mean, and you're gonna get paid all these millions. They say that Crawford's gonna get paid upwards of like 70 M's for the Canelo fight. So damn right, any fighter from 140 to heavyweight will face Canelo, because they know they're gonna be paid enormously. So why not? Anybody would jump in the ring with Canelo to get paid that much money. Any fighter. So it's nothing crazy. It's nothing crazy what Crawford is doing, and it's been done before. So I mean, have we been seeing it more often? Yes, but you know, but I mean, Canelo kind of started some of it since from 54, 68, 75, and has got a strap in 3 divisions and then become undisputed in one. So it's like, well, even though he won a strap in 4 divisions, but became undisputed in one, made history, becoming the first one in super middleweight. Something that hater Andre Ward could never do, become undisputed. And that's why he's envious of Canelo. And he's one of the guys that says Bud has or will beat Canelo, but I mean, that's just biasness talking. Because he so badly wants Bud to defeat Canelo, but I mean, that's not going to happen. Everything is possible, but I just don't see it happening. We'll see. Regardless, Terrence Crawford can retire after, and which he'll probably do, retire after the Canelo fight, being retired by all those millions he will be paid. There's no need to keep fighting after that, but we'll see. And we know Canelo, he's been a multi-millionaire since young, since like his 20s. So I mean, nothing's changed. He's been getting the most millions out of like a lot of champions, fighters. Uh, Canelo being the face of the America's boxing, and if not the world, uh, the face of boxing. Don't get it twisted. Is loved everywhere around the world, and YouTubers still try to claim Canelo's not the face of boxing. They're delusional. They don't know what they're talking about. But of course, they don't want to see a Mexican on top. They don't want to see a Mexican on top. But that's what's running boxing right now. So they can hate all they want. Mexican is doing his thing. Undisputed, the first undisputed. Pulls in major fan bases from all all colors, all races. You know what I'm saying? And that's tough to come by. So that's why it makes, and especially when you have a fan friendly style, you're just gonna become a legend and a superstar. You know what it is, man. But that's gonna be it for this video. But like I said, I'm gonna keep pushing these lives out the most I can, and into that fight comes in September, because that's the fight I really want to see. Just just so Canelo can shut all that noise down of Crawford, because Crawford is just, he's not what they say he is. Canelo's that guy, and he'll show what a giant really is, stepping on these ants. And Crawford is a little ant compared to this giant Canelo, man. Yes, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, my boys. Boxing fans from all over the world. Shout out to y'all. Let's get it. Till next time.